Hello and welcome back to the Trainers of the World Tournament Season 2. I'm your host DeltaTDS, and today for match number 19, I felt like I was going to sneeze there for a second, but whatever. We've got the Pokemon Professor Juniper going up against the Syndicate Executive Philippe. Philippe? I don't know. As you can see, I decided to switch over to Gen 5 sprites because they look better and are more animated. They've got more life in them. We can see that Philippe has the Mega Skarmory as his ace. That's what's there. Whatever I decide to put in editing, I'm gonna just do that. We can see that Juniper's ace is that Embor. I don't know if it's Mega or not, but once these trainers are ready, we can see who's going to be taking game number 1. Juniper sending out the Embor and Crocodile, Philippe sending out the Goldengo and Klefki. Intimidate going to lower Goldengo and Klefki's attacks. I don't think that'll do much to those two. Embor going to Mega Evolve with the new ability Mold Breaker. Goldengo goes for Terra Water. Knockoff removes Goldengo's Life Orb. Goldengo goes for Surf, taking out the Crocodile. Flare Blitz takes out the Klefki. So much damage done in just this one turn. Looks like Klefki set up the Rain Dance before it was KO'd, boosting Goldengo's Surf, which it got from Legend ZA, interestingly. Bullet Seed doing 20, 22, and then 6.4, finishing off that Goldengo. Sensino revealing to have the Life Orb. Close Combat, taking out the Goodra immediately. Philippe sending out the Corviknight and the Skarmory. You know, you'd think that Skarmory would be a lot louder, but it's just silent. Rock Blast doing about 6% per hit, leaving Corviknight on 71%. Drillrun taking out the Embor. Body Press taking out the Sensino. Suddenly, it's even once again. We're on turn number 4, and it's already 3v3 right now, as Juniper sends out the Samurott and the Excelgor. Excelgor going for Terra Water. Water Shuriken doing 10 to 11% per hit, leaving Corviknight on 27. Drill Pack takes out the Excelgor. Samurott does 2/3 to Skarmory. Body Press does 1/4 to Samurott, and Unpheasant is Juniper's last Pokemon sent out here. This genuinely might be the fastest game we have. Drill Pack doesn't take out the Samurott. Night Slash takes out the Skarmory. Scald takes out the Corviknight. The rain is let up, and it's all down to Aegislash here. Samurott going for the Protect. Aegislash going for King's Shield, as Unpheasant goes for the Tailwind, predicting that King's Shield. Night Slash does a critical hit 57%. Scald doing 26.6% to Aegislash. Shadow Ball takes out the Samurott, and it's just Unpheasant versus Aegislash here. Aegislash revealing to have the leftovers. Going back to King's Shield. Unpheasant hitting that King's Shield, lowering its attack. Is it going to be enough to take out this Aegislash? It is with a critical hit, and Juniper, with one Pokemon remaining, takes game number 1. That genuinely might have been the fastest game that we've recorded so far, which is kind of crazy. It was just chaos in those first 3 turns. We saw quite a bit from both sides having a lot of power that needs to be dealt with immediately if they don't want to lose a lot of Pokemon, as we saw. It looked dire for Juniper at the beginning there, but that Embor, and I'm forgetting the other Pokemon, but they were pulling their weight. We are back on the field for game number 2, and we can see quite a different team from Juniper here, and a few different Pokemon from Philippe. He's got the Tinkaton and the Metagross, as Juniper's brought Serperior, Escavalier, Seismitoad, Gigalith, and the Archeops. So clearly a more sand-focused team, though she does have some outliers. Once these trainers are ready, we can begin game 2 and see if Juniper is going to take another game and take the match 19. Starting off with the Gigalith and the Seismitoad, Philippe sending out the Tinkaton and the Metagross. Tinkaton revealing to have the air balloon. Gigalith starting the Sandstream. Philippe, interestingly enough, is going to be finding that Sandstorm. Not getting any of the special defense boosts for rock types, but not taking any damage. Tinkaton going for Fake Out. Seismitoad with the Tectonic Rage to 78% to Metagross, activating its weakness policy. Gigalith is flinched. Metagross goes for knockoff on Seismitoad, doing nearly half. That Metagross is already terrifying right now. Bullet Punch, not enough to take out Seismitoad. Gigaton Hammer does 3/4 to Gigalith. Tinkaton is brought down to 46%, and Metagross is brought down to 13% by that Iron Head. Gigalith going for Protect. Bullet Punch still not enough to take out the Seismitoad. Brick Break hits that Protect. Earthquake takes out the Tinkaton and the Metagross. That Seismitoad holding on just long enough to activate that Earthquake. Philippe's gonna send out the Mega Skarmory and the Golden Go now. Gigalith going to Terra Flying. Drill Run not hitting it. Shadow Ball finishes off the Seismitoad. Golden Go having the Life Orb. Body Press does 28.5% to Mega Skarmory. And Juniper is going to send out the Crocodile, intimidating both of Philippe's Pokemon. Switching out to the Corviknight. Knockoff, it's going to take out the Golden Go. Body Press does 14% to Corviknight. The Sandstream finally ends, and Philippe is left with 3 Pokemon as he sends back out that Mega Skarmory. Knockoff doing 26%, getting rid of that Rocky Helmet. Ironhead's going to finish off that Gigalith. Body Press nearly takes out the Crocodile, leaving it on 16% HP left. Juniper's going to send out the Archeops. An interesting Pokemon by design. An interesting ability. Corviknight going for the Terra Dragon. Ironhead taking out the Crocodile. Rock Slide missing the Skarmory and flinching the Corviknight. Juniper is going to send out the Serperior now. Drill Peck takes out the Serperior immediately. Rock Slide not enough to take out the Skarmory or the Corviknight. Corviknight goes for Roost, healing it up to 72% as Juniper sends out the Escavalier. She's down to 2 Pokemon remaining. Can these two pull out a win? We are about to find out. Ironhead taking out the Archeops. Body Press doing 1/4 to Escavalier. Megahorn doing 57% to Corviknight. Escavalier reveals to have that Life Orb. Drill Run plus Body Press still not enough to take out the Escavalier. Ironhead does take out the Skarmory, and the Life Orb finishes off Escavalier, leaving Philippe with 2 Pokemon remaining as he takes game number 2. We saw nothing from the Aegislash as it didn't hit the field. We saw the weakness policy on the Metagross and the Terra Dragon on the Corviknight. And then from Juniper's team, we didn't see anything from the Superior. We saw the Life Orb on Escavalier, Groundium Z on Seismitoad, and the Terra Flying on Gigalith. Earlier I mentioned about Mega Imbor having the Mold Breaker ability, and it reminded me of a leak that's been going around. This is being recorded as of March 31st. There's a leak about some of the new Mega's abilities, and I am hoping it's true that Golisopod gets Top Claws. Honestly, I'd be fine with anything other than another emergency exit clone, but we are back on the field for game number 3. We're gonna see which of these two trainers are gonna take this third game and move on to round 2. We do see a new Pokemon on Juniper's side, being Levani, as well as the 3 starters. Juniper starting off with Crocodile and Superior, Philippe starting off with Tinkaton and Mega Skarmory. That Intimidate's gonna be bad for both of Philippe's Pokemon this time. I am curious to see how this game will go, seeing if that Levani is going to make quite the difference in this match, or in this game. Superior going for Terra Fire, Fake Out doing 8% to Crocodile, Leaf Storm doing a quarter to Tinkaton, doubling Superior's special attack, Drill Peck doing over half to Superior, leaving it with 55% after those leftovers. Switching Tinkaton for the Corviknight. High Horsepower misses that Corviknight. Terra Blast takes out the Mega Skarmory. The first Pokemon for Game 3 goes down, leaving Philippe with 5 Pokemon remaining. Philippe's gonna send out the Metagross to replace Mega Skarmory. We do know this thing has a weakness policy. High Horsepower is gonna activate that weakness policy. Terra Blast finishing off the Metagross, double teaming it to make sure it can't make use of that. Crocodile is left on 30% after that body press, and Philippe's gonna send out the Golden Go now, which goes for Protect against that High Horsepower. Terra Blast takes out the Corviknight. This Superior is just stacking bodies right now, not letting anything live. Philippe's gonna send out the Aegislash now. Golden Go going for Terra Water. High Horsepower doing over half to Golden Go as Terra Blast hits that Aegislash. Surf is gonna take out both of Juniper's Pokemon. And Juniper's gonna send out the Unpheasant and the Imbor. Imbor gonna Mega Evolve. Going for Protect as Brave Bird takes out the Golden Go, and Aegislash is gonna put Toxic on that Unpheasant. Philippe's gonna send back out the Tinkaton as he's left with 2 Pokemon. Knowing that Imbor is still standing, I don't know if Philippe has much of a chance here. Aegislash going for King's Shield. Fake Out gonna flinch the Unpheasant. Flare Blitz takes out the Tinkaton, predicting Aegislash's King's Shield. Night Slash does a critical hit, 55%. Flare Blitz takes out the Aegislash, and Juniper takes game number 1. Juniper takes game number 3, which means she is our winner for match number 19. Yeah. She's gonna be going on to. Oh, let me pull this up real quick. She's gonna be going on to round 2, where she will be facing off against the Pokemon trainer Carmine. I don't know how to say that. I haven't played the DLC or watched the anime, but that's Juniper's next opponent. Join us tomorrow where we'll be seeing the Team Flare Novo Brazil going up against the Paldean gym leader Gracias. Thank you so much for watching, and until then, take care.